going alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Ravens in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their quarterback from the University of Virginia. It's Kurt Benkert.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier sense that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game. He doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Mobley into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the kick goes through, and then the penalty, that will add some yardage to the upcoming kickoff.
And now you got a choice about how you want to proceed, because on the kickoff with the additional yardage, you may want to game plan it and just boot it high and make the kicking team return and try and pin them in deep. Or you just go and boot it through the opposite uprights and take the guaranteed touchback.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Pierce, his 340-pound boomerang gets the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That'll bring up 4th down. They'll wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're going to try and throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Sam Hubbard just continues to quietly produce for the Bengals. He plays the run, but he can also rush the passer, and had 7.5 sacks in 2021.
Steps away to his left, and that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed... Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
On 1st and 10, Mobley dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. Hard to imagine a quarterback like this would be available in a trade. I mean, what an impact he's going to have.
And you know exactly why they went out and got him. They want to win and win big, and he provides that opportunity for them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Smith as he gets the sack.
They've got up on the 30 off the turf so far, but a sack knocks him backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dive. Looking to throw. Mobley. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
We just saw a breakout on 3rd down. Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Mobley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw, and he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Back to throw here. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Williams. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Get ready.
On the Jets sweep, here's Chase.
Holding. Offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Defensively getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, they get downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't connect.
This is searching for the first touchdown this game. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
They'll try and throw for it here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Looking to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
On the move to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what they do.
Out of the end zone. Tucker with the extra point. It's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse, and this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass. pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween, and you take...
He's got a man, complete. That's right. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. We'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Up come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll set up to throw. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Second down at 5. They'll look to throw again. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Back to throw again. And that'll be complete. And oh, he coughed it up, and the Bengals grab it.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, not get free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Following the fumble recovery, Mobley, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and control of this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Looking to throw on second down. Mobley, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And it's a 15-yard pickup. Third down.
It means teams, not just enough playing for it, but you and I working together. Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens ready to take over. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Hold on a second, was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers. But only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be hauled down at about the 40-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and volume. It's also a game of mismatches. And they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to...
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
They're going to look to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Cole Beasley from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. A big-time drive in that situation.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Bengals offense returns to the field. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Here we go.
Throwing on first down. Mobley. He will find his man Chase complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That will go for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. On first down, Mobley. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on second down, Mobley. He's got Mason complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
On 1st and 10, Mobley. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on 1st down. Mobley. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Mobley. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mobley. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old. 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Mobley. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the gun on 3rd down. Mobley. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there with a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it's it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? At this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've done it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. For this defense, Charles, we know how good they are, but they've been beat a couple of times in this game. However, they got the latest laugh.
And how about the way they hung in there? Because you're exactly right. They're not used to being dented as they've been so far in this game. But what they just did there with that pick 6, that's the equivalent of what was happening to them. They're throwing touchdown passes against them. Again, we'll take one back against you.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing after the interception. Mobley. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this. And you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Let's go.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Vertical middle. Shot, 17. Clock, 10.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked.
Oh, and now they're going to fake him. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
Maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major... when we see them the next time out.
Tucker with the extra point. Push the lead up to 29 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Mobley. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the sixth time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw that. And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He hits Beasley right side. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The penalty a little too far at second down. Putting under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation a credit show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.